Assalamualaikum and nice to meet you. My name is Nurul Husna Mehdi Osman. I am from MBA 194C. My commentary is 2020476182. Today, I would like to present Chapter 7, which is Storing Organizational Information Database. As you know, we can gain information everywhere in an organization. Basically, information is stored in database. If you want to know, databases keep track of numerous objects, which is inventory, events, transaction, people, employees, and location, which is warehouse. In here, we can see there are three types of database model, which is hierarchical database model, network database model, and also relational database model. In hierarchical database model, the information is structured in a tree like structure with parent-child relationship. While for the network database model, it is like a versatile representation of items and their interaction. And for the relational database model, information is stored in two-dimensional tables with logical relationships. Next, there are four fundamental concepts in relational database model, which is entity, attribute, primary key, and foreign key. Entity is referred to a person, place, thing, transaction, or event about which information is stored, like the rows in each table contain the entities. Second, attribute. It refers to the characteristic or properties of an entity class, like the columns in each table contain the attribute. And third, primary key. It is a field or group of fields that uniquely identify a given entity in a table. And lastly, foreign key, which is a primary key of one table that appears an attribute in another table and acts to provide a logical relationship among the two tables. There are several advantages of relational database model. First of all, it helps to increase flexibility, where it can handle the changes quickly and easily. Also provide users with different views. There are two types of views, which is physical view and logical view. For the physical view, it can deal with the physical storage of information on a storage device, while for the logical view, it can focus on how users logically access the information. Other than that, it also can increase scalability and performance. Scalability at here refers to how well a system can adapt to increase the demands, while for the performance, it measures how quickly a system can perform a certain process or transaction. Moreover, it helps to reduce information redundancy. Redundancy at here refers to the duplication of information or storing the same information in multiple places. If you want to know, one of the primary problems is inconsistency with redundant information. Furthermore, it helps to increase information integrity, which is quality. There are four types of integrity, which is information integrity, which it can measure the quality of information. Second, integrity constraint, which help to ensure the quality of information. And third, relational integrity constraint. And fourth, business critical integrity constraint. If you want to know, relational integrity constraint is a rule that imposes fundamental and basic information based on constraint. For example, an order cannot be shipped without an address, while business critical integrity constraint is a business standard are essential to an organization performance, and they frequently need more understanding and knowledge than relational integrity constraint. For example, product returns are not accepted for fresh product 15 days after purchase. And lastly, it helps to increase information security. Information is a valuable asset that must be safeguarded. There are several security features in databases, which is password that provide authentication of the user, access level that help to determine who has access to the different types of information, and lastly, access control that help to determine types of user access, such as read-only access. Next, Database Management System (DBMS). Database Management System is when users and application programs interact with a database using software. There are two types of interaction, which is direct interaction and indirect interaction. Direct interaction is when users can interact directly with the DBMS. The DBMS also can obtain the information from the database. For the indirect interaction is when users interact with an application, which is like payroll application, manufacturing application, or sales application. The application also can interact with the DBMS. The DBMS can gain the information from the database. Subsequently, data-driven website is an interactive website that uses a databases to keep up-to-date and relevant to its users' needs. Other than that, it also very useful when the site offers a great deal of information, products, or service. Furthermore, it invites visitors to select and view what they are interested in by inserting a query. Thereafter, there are several advantages of data-driven website. First of all, development. It allows the website owner to make changes anytime without relying on a developer or doing HTML programming. With little or no training, a well-structured data-driven website may be updated. Second, content management. The programmer is required to update a site website. This can create an unneeded layer between the company and its website content, which can lead to a misunderstanding and delays in making adjustments. And third, feature expandability, which changing the layout, displays and functionality of the site by adding more features and sections is easier with a data-driven solution. And fourth, minimizing human error. Data-driven website will have error typing mechanism which ensure that the required information is filled out correctly and that content is entered and displayed in its correct format. Fifth, cutting production and update costs. By using data-driven website, it can update and publish by any competent data entry or administrative person. In order to be convenient and more affordable, the changes and updates will take a fraction of the time that they would with a static site. 6. More efficient. The system can keep track of the template in a data-driven solution so users don't have to. Moreover, it can increase a website durability and stability while lowering the risk of breaking a part of the site when adding new areas. Lastly, improve stability. Any programmer who has to update a website from static templates must be very organized to keep track of all the sources files. With a data-driven website, there is peace of mind knowing the content is never lost, even if your programmer is. Next, integrating information among multiple databases. Integration provides for direct communication between different systems. There are two types of integration, which is forward and backward integration and also a central repository. What is forward integration? Forward integration takes information entered into a given system and sent it automatically to all downstream systems and processes. While for backward integration, it takes information entered into a given system and sent it automatically to all upstream systems and processes. There are several benefits of integration, which is first, organizations simply have to enter data into the system once and it is automatically delivered to all other systems in the organization. Second, ensures correctness and completeness by reducing information redundancy. And lastly, integration has various benefits, but the most important is the ultimate flow of data between different systems. Here are the examples of the customer information integrated using this method. It is building a central repository specifically for integrated information. In this method, the main customer repository allows users to add, edit, and remove information, and it is automatically delivered to all other databases. When creating integration, this approach doesn't follow the business process. Business-critical integrated restriction must still be implemented to ensure that data is only ever placed into the customer repository. Otherwise, the data will become out of date. That's all from me. Thank you.